So good morning. I first met Liza Naylor at the SCORE office in New York. Mike Bingham, who's one of our senior mentors, had asked me if I could assist him on a food service specific issue with a long-term client. When I got there, I found Liza to be an extremely bright and motivated entrepreneur, working on expanding from her very successful personal chef business to one that provided prepared, healthy meals to individuals to take home. Well, after the pandemic hit, developing that concept further was out of the question, actually. Not much later, Liza chose to pivot. She pivoted to another generation of business, capitalizing on her lifetime of cooking skills. She has since worked diligently to develop a broader reach manufacturing operation focused on bringing a limited number of her most popular recipes to retailer shelves throughout the region. Liza, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. You've just been a rock, so consistent and holding me accountable, and I could not appreciate that more. You've really been I couldn't tell you how important the roadmap that you have created and helped with has been for this entire experience, but even before the pandemic as well, but particularly through the pandemic. Thank you, everybody, for having me come in today and speak at the 2021 SCORE Success Breakfast. I am so grateful for SCORE's consistent guidance, and even more grateful to be here with you today. I am Liza Naylor, I'm owner of Locally Seasoned, and our mission is to encourage lifelong learning, discovery, and resilience through food. Prior to the pandemic, as Jeff mentioned, I was a personal chef and I was branching out into some catering, meal delivery services. It just, there was a lot of different things going on, inspirational cooking demonstrations, that kind of thing. And then in March of 2020, it was as if we all hit a brick wall. And I think we all pivoted. You could call it ricochet, in fact. And it was a matter of figuring out what direction my ricochet was going. After the pandemic, now I'm a producer of chutneys and other gourmet pantry items. And I am a mission-driven personal chef. I do provide services, but now only on a case-by-case basis, and only if it meets my personal mission for Locally Seasoned, which is to encourage lifelong learning, discovery, and resilience through food. Every business in March of 2020, every industry, every person hit the biggest brick wall. We faced some of the biggest challenges of our time. Some businesses faced calamity and extinction, and some faced exponential growth at an unnatural pace. Locally Seasoned completely shut down. And I cope by working. So I went to work over 60 hours a week for Godfrey Brother Meats. There were lines of customers out the door, across the parking lot, and into the cornfield every day, all day. And so I would like to take 3 seconds right now to thank every frontline worker, every medical worker, convenience store or gas station clerk, every food producer, grower, grocery store employee, every trucker, delivery driver, utility worker, every road crew, the entire funeral industry, and everyone who hungered down and worked tirelessly throughout 2020. Just 3 seconds to thank everyone. And throughout the pandemic, I continued to meet with Jeff. We continued to talk. I had no idea where Locally Seasoned was going to go, if Locally Seasoned was going to go, what it was going to look like. I also was working with the Parliament Arts Organization, participating in their Creative Catalyst program. And we completed that program through the pandemic virtually as well. But I didn't know how to reopen, or if Locally Seasoned would reopen. I lay awake every night, like so many of us on this call today, wondering how we were going to start over, how to build momentum again, how to navigate ever-changing pandemic landscapes and rules, and how to compete with more established companies who have larger and more loyal customer bases. Where's the money going to come from? How do I protect locally seasoned from inflationary increases? Most would simply fold it up and take the loss. This is a terrible time to be a startup. But slowly, locally seasoned's future became clear. Godfrey Brother Meats offered their certified kitchen for use to help locally seasoned get started again. I applied for the York County Economic Alliance CHIRP grant to help cover some of the losses from last year. I capitalized on massive shifts in the real estate market by selling long-term, long-held assets and purchased property with room for both my family and my business, locally seasoned. I was going to protect the financial future of locally seasoned no matter what. And I decided to stop competing. I know who I am. So do my supporters. At all costs, do not compete. This is an all new, never before seen business landscape. We've done all new, never before seen all our lives. This is comfort zone. Focus in on one thing. We're now free from having to be everything to everyone. Locally Seasoned's mission is bigger than the business. What are we cultivating here? We're cultivating lifelong learning, discovery, resilience. Food is simply the vehicle. So in conclusion, there is no better time to be a startup than in a worldwide pandemic and economic crisis, and relaunching locally seasoned now even stronger, more financially stable, and hyper-focused on high quality products making a positive impact on our community and our world. Locally seasoned is food for your journey. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.